Hello, welcome to episode 16 of Easy Thoughts. I'm excited because once again we have Jack Deighton.
It's a pleasure to be back, guys.
Yay! We're going to have a very interesting topic this week. One that's very close to Deighton's heart.
Apparently so, yeah.
He's very passionate about this subject for some reason. Sex robots.
Yeah.
Or maybe less robots, maybe very realistic dolls.
Yeah, I'd say that.
That move and talk.
Kind of robots.
Semi-robots. So yeah, that's our topic. Let's get in there.
So, I guess first of all, would you?
Is this the first thing?
Would you? Well, I mean, I feel to make our, sort of opinions on the entire matter clear to start with. Just simple yes or no. Don't go into why. Just yes or no. Would you have sex with a sex robot / hyper realistic doll?
I'm not answering first.
Dean?
It depends what you mean by sex robot.
Alright, I would.
You gotta try it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You
I'm
gotta
like,
try it.
Yeah. Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Yes, that's 2 yeses and.
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Hopefully just the once.
Hopefully just the once. In case you get hooked on it. I just love it. So yes is the answer. So it's been like, no, I won't say in the news. I'd say it's been on social media.
Yeah, it's kind of an emerging thing nowadays.
Yeah.
There's been a few documentaries on TV.
Yes.
Channel 4.
Channel 4 love a good weird documentary, don't they?
Yeah.
So, what's your general opinion on them? But what? Just why? Like,
Yeah.
Let's think about this. £15,000 is there's one called a Harmony sex robot. That's costs $15,000 which is what, about $8,000?
That's right, yeah.
That's £8,000, right? At the brothel in Hull.
Classy.
So yeah, if we're just saying that, you might have moral objections to prostitution, that's fine. But at the brothel in Hull, you could get for that price. I know the prices.
Of course you do.
200
That's
15-minute sessions. £40 for a 15-minute session at the brothel.
I mean, you could even go for like some kind of high-end escort and still save a lot of money.
Yeah, 200 sessions. After 200 sessions, what's a sex robot going to look like?
Yeah,
It's going to be ruined.
You get a bit of wear and tear, I imagine.
Oh, I don't know. I can't imagine it being great. It's not a human.
No.
No.
And you would know that as well.
Yeah, I'd be very aware.
Like, no matter how realistic they look and how many words their artificial voice says,
Oh, yes. Get some.
you still know it's not an actual person.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, we have to pretend that it is.
Why do you have to? You're just kidding yourself, though. It's not like anyone else is there to be like, oh, I mean, Miz, that looks so much like a real person. I can't believe it's not. You know full well it's not. You're just kidding yourself. I mean, I'll still do it just for a banter, just for a laugh.
Just for banter.
Banter. It's just, want to tell the kids, innit?
I feel like the people who are getting them are very odd people as well. Like,
Oh, yeah, for definite.
the thing me and Dayton watched. So it was this old man, and did his wife go to hospital or something for a long time?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
So he bought one of these dolls, and he had a name for it, and he like slept in the bed with it and tucked her in and stuff.
Hair.
And then
Oh dear!
did all
Oh
like
dear!
that. And then his wife came home from hospital, and they kept it. And kept looking after it like a normal human.
Oh my god!
And she's just like, yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah,
What
I'm
is
fine.
wrong with these people?
Didn't he get another one?
He has like 3 of them. He
Yeah.
has 4 of them.
Come on, what? More than
And they just treat them like part of the family.
Certainly at this point it's just becoming kids, isn't it? You're having multiple kids.
But this
But
guy
you
was
treat 'em like
using
kids.
them as well.
So he looks after them and tucks them in like you would your kids and then has sex with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
That's a bit much, isn't it?
And then, like, on this documentary, the company in California that's making the super advanced ones invited him out to, like, test a new one.
Test.
And he
Went
was,
on
like,
a date.
sat...
Do you reckon it was just like, it was a bed in a room like this,
No,
and
no.
there was just like a two-way
No, no,
mirror?
There was, like, a sofa, with it sat down, and he like went in and sat with it, and they just kind of filmed what he was doing.
Did he bang it?
He didn't do any of that stuff with it, no. But
He properly enjoyed it.
they talked about stuff like that, and it said some very choice words. Did this robot?
Choice words.
And he was gagging for it. He loved it.
Right.
And then the guys were like, "Yeah, thanks for coming down. Thank you. Yeah."
And he just leaves with a massive rod on.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get to bang the new sex robot.
It's an interesting world.
It is mental, isn't it? There's so much stuff like that that's just crazy. But there's got to be creme de la creme of weird as sex robots, I think.
I mean, to have a word for it, robosexual.
I didn't know that.
When you're into sex robots, you are robosexual.
Oh, robosexual. I mean, it sounds cool.
It does sound
But
cool.
you won't want to be one.
Put it on the CV. Robosexual?
I'm an avid robosexual.
It's just odd.
Yeah.
So if you could design your perfect sex robot. I imagine that's got to be a feature, right? You don't just
customize,
get given what you give.
Apparently, you can get them that look like celebrities and stuff as well.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Imagine being a celebrity knowing that was a thing that someone was.
Surely they have
banging
to give their permission, right?
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, you would hope so.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Although, I don't know.
Well, you can get them fleshlights that are like the same as porn stars.
Yeah, they're like
Oh, yeah.
porn stars, don't they? Yeah. So I
That's-
imagine they actually make money from it.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I guess if it's just a celebrity look-alike, then you're like, yeah, it just looks like you. It's not you.
Yeah, that's true.
Weird.
But even that's weird. Like the whole fleshlight thing, I don't get that.
Have you
Just a bit
seen
weird.
the new updated models for flashlights? Like, I've only seen it because they released like a video.
I'm a big fan.
Dean's straight there like, oh, have you seen the new one? Yeah.
That new one. That new flashlight.
And it's pretty funny, but like,
Pretty funny. They released an advert.
yeah.
Where?
Where?
Where are they
just
putting
saw-
that advert?
I just saw it in
Is it
Reddit.
an online advert, right?
Online
okay.
one. I
And
saw it in
so basically, you were on a porn website and you found the online advert for the new and updated model of fleshlight.
Sure. And it was a weird advert. It had a guy in space docking into a space station, which is clearly, his spaceship being a penis. It was really weird. Anyhow,
I love how creative they get.
no, it's great. But the device has like a little sucking action and you can control where it sucks.
Can you do like remote control?
Yeah.
So like partners
Wait.
long distance.
Nah, there's a thing.
control.
They have a thing.
Yeah.
It's like an entire docking station type thing where you can like put in the fleshlight, and then it's like you just put it on, and it like does it itself, and then you have like VR, and
Right.
it links up to like the VR videos.
That's what this thing
Well,
was.
this kind of stuff is getting crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
It really is.
that'd be weird. Putting it looked like it was, I suppose, just a big thing.
Yeah.
And just like popped it on,
Yeah.
stuck your VR headset on, and just sat back.
That's less weird than a robot because
It
at least
is less weird than
you're just watching a video. You're not thinking, oh yeah, this is a real person. This is my girlfriend who's actually a robot.
Yeah, that is odd, but there's just so much stuff. But I just can't with like the market for like female sex toys are somehow less weird than male sex toys.
Yeah.
Which in my mind makes no sense because it seems stereotypically males are more sexually driven.
Yeah.
Stereotypically, not saying that's right or wrong. So it seems weird that male sex toys are more of a taboo topic.
Yeah, women's sex toys are more acceptable.
Well, yeah, it's just
in
buy them on the
society.
high street if you want.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I don't know if you can buy them. I've never tried to buy a male sex toy on the high street.
No, same.
Maybe we should try that. We should take a trip into town and
Do Ann Summers sell men's stuff?
don't know.
Let's go. Let's find out.
I don't want to go into an Ann Summers. That's scary.
Why not?
Do I have to really answer that question? It's just a bit.
If we all go in, it'll be banter.
What if you say, yeah, well, they'll just kick you out because you're being an idiot. What if you see someone you know? What if we walk in and, like...
Dayton's mum's there.
I was going to say that. You're just there with the. Well, this one says extra large. This one says extra girthy.
We'll take both.
Oh Lord. Deaton's face is not happy right now. Oh, you're smiling, but it's hiding a lot of sadness. Maybe because he knows it's true.
On the inside.
I imagine they're very high maintenance as well, these robots. Like,
You've got to clean them.
you have to clean
Apply
them.
lubricant to the necessary areas. WD-40.
I imagine you got to charge them up. You got to...
Actually, where do you plug them in?
Yeah, into the mains. You got to
No, but where do you... So,
you got to recharge Barbara.
on your phone, you plug it into the bottom of the phone. Where on the robot do you stick it in?
The neck, behind the hair.
Yeah,
Invisible.
under the hair would be a good one, yeah.
My mind was going to a lot weirder places than I'm gonna lie.
Yeah, but those weirdest places, you would want to... The client would want to see it.
Do they have real hair? Or not?
I hope not. That's
That
so
would be
weird
weird.
if they do.
Because you have things that are like real horse hair and stuff like that. Do these things have real human hair?
Maybe. What if they do?
Well, not a lot.
Whose hair is it?
I don't know, can you buy human hair? I don't really know a lot about the human hair
I don't
industry.
think you can. Now, you have those people who shave the hair off.
For charity.
Okay, yeah, for charity.
Yeah.
This would be weirder.
So yeah, I think you could do it just once to give it a go and be like, I want to experience this, see what the big deal's about. But then, it's just odd.
I mean, halfway through, would you be into it, or do you think I am just fucking like a plastic thing here?
They've done one that looks like Scarlett Johansson.
Not really, that's a lot.
I mean...
Big head.
It looks
Big
a bit like her, yeah.
Wow, this is horrifying.
I mean, it's just a prettier version of a fleshlight, really, isn't it? Which you
Why
can love.
is no one making sex robots of us?
Well, I can name you a few reasons.
Go on.
We look like us.
Well, you know,
We're
people
all
are attracted to us. We're all in relationships.
famous.
Somehow.
Wow. You're actually famous.
But you can get things made of yourself.
Can I?
Yeah, plastic cast, yeah.
How much?
Don't know. I've never looked into
I
it.
might look into that. That sounds like it could be an absolute giggle.
That'll be a really good, like, funny present on it. Buy
Yeah.
someone a replica of your own penis.
Won't buy anyone because, you know.
Yeah, your mum.
No.
I'd buy it for Dayton. That'll be banter.
I don't know. Do you want Dayton knowing what your gentleman?
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
gentleman
And
sausage
Dayton can
looks
go around
like.
showing everyone it.
He could be like, look how
Yeah.
tiny this is. It's on like his key ring or something. You know, it's just the sex industry is so weird. Like, the sex toy industry is very weird. But specifically only weird for men. I once did a design your own fleshlight thing.
What?
Okay, why?
We would get one for Pete, I think. So much money.
So, me and Dayton, a guy who bought a flashlight.
Yeah.
Did he use it?
I'm pretty
believe
sure
he
he
did.
used it. I can't. Do you remember what he said about it?
I'm pretty sure he enjoyed it.
Well, that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're not that weird.
I mean, they're still weird. If I got one in the post, you'd make a big deal out of it, right?
I mean, I'd laugh about it, but then I'd kind of forget about it. Whereas if you got a robot delivered, I'd be like, "Are you okay?"
Just so even comes in a box. It knocks on the door. I'm here for Will.
Oh, it's like that episode of Black Mirror. Has anyone seen it?
No.
Where
Black Mirror scares me, sorry, don't watch it.
the girl's boyfriend or husband or whatever dies, but you can get like
Oh, yeah.
clone robots of people made. So she makes a clone robot-y thing of her dead boyfriend
That's
and
just bit-
does things with him, including the old rumpy pumpy.
Rumpy Pumpy! Rumpy Pumpy. Somehow the weirdest part of that entire like little anecdote was you using the word rumpy pumpy
It was a very odd episode.
to describe the word sex.
Well, she like hides him from her daughter and stuff, so he's just like up in the attic.
And then the daughter finds it.
I think so, maybe. I can't remember the plot exactly, but yeah, that's what these things should come to. Real life robots of real people cloned.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. Could I have like many of me made? Send one into work while I just sit home and play video games.
Yeah.
Malfunctions and just
I've
start
seen
having
that.
sex with everyone at work. You're just like, Christ. You get arrested, end up in prison, but it was the robot. Was it really you? Who knows? There you go.
Okay, now hear me out on this.
Oh Lord! If he's saying the words, "Hear me out" on
Oh.
No,
this. Right, we are gonna not interrupt you for this.
So say you had a sex robot, but it would be of a kid. How would that work?
this
Why is
whole
that going
thing.
through your head?
No. This is a big part of the topic. Is would you rather have a paedophile have a child sex robot or actually harm a child?
Obviously, have a child sex
Yeah,
robot.
but it's a very
But
ethicsy kind
in
of
that
debate.
question, you have to have a child sex robot.
Well,
There's
yeah.
a third option,
of not doing either.
not doing either,
Yeah.
and the fourth option of maybe trying to get them some help.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, would
Would it be legal?
this is a debate that I have seen
well, you-
somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah, well, things like this always bring up debates. New technology brings up debates on what's legal and what's not and stuff. It can't be in the current law now. It would not be illegal to bang a robot child, would it?
No,
It's
it
not a real human being,
No,
but it's still pretty messed up.
still be
it's
weird.
very weird.
Yeah,
But so is paedophilia.
yeah. Sort of feel sorry for him in a way, though.
Yeah, because that is who they are.
Like
Attracted to.
when we don't choose who we're attracted to.
No.
You're just attracted to who you're attracted to. So imagine being like someone who's attracted to someone you know you're not allowed to be attracted to.
And if they had like an outlet, which would be a sex robot, to
Yeah, but then does the sex robot not encourage them to do like
see that is the
to
issue.
go for the real life? I was more thinking we could try and get them some sort of help with this.
It could maybe be part of the help. I don't know. I don't
You buy
know.
one and you get free counselling.
Would
you
Buy a child sex robot, get free paedophilia counselling.
Oh Lord, whoa!
Limited time offer.
You were so serious! You didn't even joke saying that. You looked me in the eye with the most serious expression in your house. You buy one, you get free counselling.
It would work.
Oh.
Good Lord! Oh no! Oh no!
That is one of the worst things you've ever said.
It's got to be one of the worst things you've ever said. Jesus Christ on a bonk. Oh. Ooh. This is like, there is so many things that.
Do you get male sex robots?
That's what I said. No one's making sex robots of us.
I've never seen a male sex robot. Not that I've seen a female one either. I mean, on TV and stuff.
I've seen stuff with generally just like the torso and then the shaft just sticking.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone's using them seriously, are they? Don't they
don't
just
know.
get bought for like hen do's for girls to laugh at? Maybe.
Because I was thinking that these robots could be a way for people to explore their own sexuality. If you were hypothetically thinking maybe I'm into guys, but I don't know,
I feel like
and I'm too scared to try it with a real guy, you could buy a male robot.
that's a lot of money just to find out.
Rent one.
Yeah,
No one wants to rent robots. Good Lord.
Well,
I don't care how much he's been cleaned.
but would that mean that you're attracted to guys?
I don't know.
You're attracted to robots.
Well, because say like obviously if you're doing it, if you're male doing it with a male sex robot,
Yeah.
where would his penis go? It would go in your ass.
Right.
Oh, Dave!
Just 'cause
you
you
have
like-
a weird word.
Just because you like it does not mean you're a homosexual.
Yeah, I
No,
think it's
I
not a point.
Or bisexual.
But I was just saying it as a way to test it
Yeah,
out a
yeah.
little bit.
I like having sex with females, but I do not like having sex with all females.
Mm.
So, you know.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you just wanted to think, am I able
Females?
to
said
let-
females, it sounded so terrible.
do I like this being done to my body? You could test
I
it out.
get where you're coming from.
It was just a hypothetical.
It's a very expensive way to find out,
yeah,
though.
that's true.
You know, like, that's going to cost a lot of money. God, I just still not have what Dayton said. Biologicals with free counselling. What happens if a sex robot has sex with a sex robot?
Ooh. Probably not a lot.
They malfunction and implode. Like, do we program them to learn? Do they learn things? What if sex robots are the robots that are going to take over the world?
I feel like they don't learn things, no.
Cut to 300 years' time and there's just some guy banging a toaster because his sex robot's wandered off. Something along those lines. In Fallout armour, just like one bandit arm on.
Oh, Fallout's got a sex robot, hasn't it? Fisto.
Fisto, yeah.
Fisto. I don't know, are there any other controversial topics around this?
I mean, if you want to get really serious, what does that tell you about the way, you know, women are portrayed in our society, though? The fact that people are making robots of them specifically just for banging. It's a bit terrifying. Is it not the ultimate women are objects sort of play?
I guess.
I mean, I still love to try one just to see what that's like.
Yeah.
How realistic it feels. But then I'd be worried I'd get addicted. I have a very addictive personality. Is it cheating? Is it cheating?
Ooh.
We're all in relationships and we're all here saying...
Are sex toys cheating?
No.
Oh. Is this not just an advanced sex
But
toy?
it looks like another
It does
person.
look like a person,
But it's
yeah.
not a person.
That's true. Alright, well then hypothetically is
Some sex
banging
toys...
a dog cheating.
Some sex toys look like genitalia. Doesn't mean it's another person.
No, you're right, it doesn't.
So
They don't look like another person, do they?
It's not cheating, it's just not something you'd be particularly buzzing about.
Comes out, she's like, I bought a sex robot because it just...
This is Jenny. She's a Mark II.
Checking they'll call him like that, Jenny MK2.
She's going to be living with us from now on. How do you feel about that?
You won't be jealous.
You'd be like, right.
Do you reckon they come with like a cleaning set?
I mean, they must do.
Like brushes and sprays that you can like put in places?
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know, should we have a look at some? Should we get a website up?
Yeah, you can do that. I want to know names, I want to know everything I can about...
I don't know, features.
Yeah, what if they start getting like... I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. If sex robots get made a thing, Overwatch sex robots will definitely be made a thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Overwatch is really sexualized, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It is weird how much it is sexual.
You'd be able to get like sex robot Widowmaker.
Sex robot Tracer.
Yeah, she's the one who had her pose removed, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was too sexual.
Oh, here we go. Sexdollpalace.com.
Shout out to our sponsor.
Robot sex dolls with AI.
Oh god.
AI.
Yeah.
Artificial
$8,000 plus.
Nice. What are they called?
I don't know. Now with facial expressions.
Oh Jesus. Oh jeez, no.
Lifelike provides a more realistic, personal, and enjoyable experience.
Personal
They're
experience.
affordable compared to other AI robots, apparently.
Okay.
It can hold a non-sexual or sexual conversation with you. It has a responsive head, eyes, mouth, and lips. She's so lifelike, you'll forget she's a doll. I doubt that.
Imagine if you did, you'd have the moment of realisation, you'd be like, oh yeah.
When you touch her, she will react depending on her level of excitement, and her body warms to human body temperature. So she's a warm robot.
Oh god. I bet there's like some sort of funny thing you could do where it's just like if you throw her down the stairs, like she
This
starts reacting to levels of excitement.
This one has an actual metal skeleton.
How's that going to feel nice?
Just make it more realistic as a body, innit?
Just like
Putting your knob in a cheese grater.
Yeah, now with facial expressions, wink, smile.
It winks. I can't even wink and I am human.
Here's one, look, Emma. Emma looks pretty. Oh.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
a bit plastic. That looks weirdly human.
It does.
It really does look human.
That's terrifying. What if, like, you looked like Emma? You just were looking in and you were like, that looks like me.
Emma has learning capabilities.
So Emma's going to take over the world.
Oh.
Don't buy Emma.
They can learn your name and apparently become smarter the more you talk to them. I don't know what that means. I guess they remember things that you tell them and stuff.
Yep, that'll probably how that works.
Oh, weird.
So you can teach your sex robot to shoot people as well.
Yeah, smart sensors. Oh, right, that's the touch thing.
Why can't they call it fun names like the Sexomatic 3000? That'd be a good name. I'd buy that. I'd buy a Sexomatic 3000.
Oh, they have 9 different body types. What does that mean?
We'll be like...
Small, medium, large, or like 8?
9. 9 different body types, and you've just gone small, medium, large.
I like it. I like sort of like the Asian.
Yeah, it'll just be like the top 9 porn categories.
Alright.
Right, I think this is the categories. We've got regular, we've got muscular, we've got big breast, regular breast. Oh,
What is that body type? That's breast type,
small
surely.
breast. These are all the ones. These can't be the categories.
Is one just
there was
fake?
Like 9.
Can you rent them?
There's a yeah.
Would you want to
there's a
rent them?
sex doll brothel in Moscow.
Oh my god.
Can we go, please?
So Russians don't like gay people, but they'll allow this.
Yeah, Russia's a bit of a backward place, isn't it, really?
Well, it's forward in this sense.
That's true.
Oh.
Very progressive when it comes to
They've got an article here saying that they help reduce depression because you get a companion.
Yeah, but so does a dog.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
not-
was saying. Like a lot of the people who get them just use them as companions. Like this guy who tucked him in.
But was he still banging it?
Yeah.
I suppose that's better than getting a dog and banging the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I suppose used right, they could be... Like, we're looking at it from a very narrow-minded sort of perspective, aren't we, really?
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd be able to use it to be combat mental health sort of thing.
Yeah, they are good for lonely people, I guess.
There is
Like
that.
you.
Yeah, I'm very lonely.
You said that with a lot of conviction on your face then.
But there's a lot of other solutions to being lonely. Like you said, pets, or going and joining some kind of group or organisation.
Sex robot group.
But no, just get a sex robot.
Yeah, but sometimes people feel so lonely that even when they get asked to do things like that, they say no because people think they don't want them to do it.
Yeah, true.
That is a thing. So,
And these things can talk and like dogs.
I don't know. Dogs can talk to me.
Alright, good.
You know, sometimes the dog's faces say it all. Most of the time, it's just happy, buzzing.
Buzzing. Speaking of buzzing, this could be a fun fact. I might actually have one.
Are we going to say this is a fun fact?
It's a very small one. It's like one sentence.
Alright, cool. It's fun fact time! So, we know the rules. Kieran says a fun fact. I rate it out of 10, where 10 being I make the noise. Oh, I didn't know that! That's what defines a 10. Kieran, fun fact time. Take it away.
Right, so in the very dawn of the sex toy industry, it was just coming onto the scene many hundreds of years ago. Vibrators were little wooden boxes full of bees.
No!
Also, I've heard.
That can't be true!
I haven't really particularly gone out of my way to verify that,
That can't be true.
but
I definitely.
I've heard it multiple times as well.
Well, it didn't make me make the noise. It made me make a noise. I'm giving that a 9 out of 10.
That's my best one
That
yet.
that is brilliant. That is fun. God, poor bees.
Yeah. Imagine if they got out.
Didn't they used to think, wasn't there a medical doctor guy who thought that using vibrators was like good for women in terms of healing properties or something?
It was when they treated women for hysteria, they had to do it manually and they got really tired. So I think that's why they invented vibrators.
Jesus Christ.
So that's doctors.
Yeah, good actions there, Dayton.
Yeah.
It's just there, just doing a disgusting action. But that is a very fun fact.
Yeah.
How true is that? Bees. How do you get the bees in there?
Apparently it was in ancient Egypt.
Oh god, they are advanced.
Yeah, they really were.
Built the pyramids, trapped bees in boxes, and used them to pleasure themselves. How do you get the bees in a box?
I don't know.
Well, it'd just be difficult, wouldn't it?
I imagine it can be done.
Well, evidently.
Yeah.
Wow. The more you know.
Apparently, this fact was in the 1992 Encyclopedia of Unusual Sex Practices.
Why is that an encyclopedia?
I don't.
Why is that a year? Like, why has that got an edition? Why has there been more than one?
And also in the 2016, The Story of Sex from Apes to Robots. We should read that.
That sounds exciting.
So yeah, it's been in a few books.
2.
Well, yeah.
A few 3 at least.
Yeah, probably. It's been in 2 books.
Couple of books.
A couple of books.
At least 2.
It's been in 1 or 2 books.
or more.
Well,
2 or
it's been
more.
in 2. It's not 1 or 2. It is 2.
2 or more. It might be in more books that we don't know about. So it's been in 2 or more books.
At least 2 books.
At least 2 books. Credible is what we're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if after our conversation, I'm now swaying towards the more of not wanting to bang a sex robot.
I'm still firmly on the, like, do it once, give it a go train.
Yeah. Dayton just wants one.
Dayton does want one.
Wow, they're way too expensive.
That's your only drawback, is that they're too expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, if it was like 20 quid, yeah, but
So, you do want one though? Because, like, I want a lot of things that I can't afford.
Yeah,
Don't mean I don't want them.
A McLaren and can't
So
afford
you
one.
do want a sex robot?
So you do want a
is
sex
what you're
robot.
saying?
yeah, to give it a go.
You know the uni does them give it a go things for freshers?
Yeah. Give it a go events.
Give it a go sex robots. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Just like on the little notice board, like, give it a go, trip to Liverpool, give it a go, day out in York, give it a go, sex robot experience.
Oh lord. What if, like, you have Build-A-Bear?
It's just a high street shop.
Just build a bot.
Build a bot.
And
What would
you
it be
go
called?
in-
Build-A-Bot. No, it needs a good name.
Build-A-Bear.
Constructor. Oh, you can say a bad word there.
Yeah, I was literally thinking that as you said it. Synthesizer sex robot.
What's the name for building something that begins with F?
Don't know. Synthesizer sex bot is currently my best one.
Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. Synthesizer sex bot.
Going to a high street near you.
And like you can record a message to put in the Build-A-Bear's heart. You can just record yourself going like to put it in.
Oh no! Why yourself?
Why not someone else?
At
You give it someone for a gift. That's what you do with Build-A-Bears, isn't it?
Oh my god! Oh dear! That'd be one hell of a shot, wouldn't it? That'd be
well
so
good.
Just store brings out like limited edition Pokemon ones, like they do with the Build-A-Bears.
I had a Build-A-Bear.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's cute.
yeah.
I built a Build-A-Bear.
He had a little army uniform.
Got one for my sister for when she went travelling.
Nice.
I had to do the dance in the shop.
Dance is the worst bit.
Yeah. Definitely the worst bit.
So yeah. Yeah, but shops like that could definitely appear.
Synthesizer sex bot, patent pending, may I say.
Because, like, obviously, if these things become common, they're going to get cheaper.
Yeah, that is the way of the world.
And that means you'll get stuff like that, which is just scary.
It is
Just
terrifying.
walking through the shopping centre and you just see synthesizer sex
Then it
robot.
normalises it, doesn't it? It makes it normal for people.
But then what is that necessarily bad? Like we've been saying, is it a bad thing?
I just think it's taken us back in the whole treating women as objects sort of
Yeah.
side of things.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. I just don't really know the arguments about that, because...
Well, I mean, it definitely reinforces that idea.
yeah, it does.
And, we're definitely trying to get away from that idea as a society. It's like a couple of steps back in that sense. You'd have to have lessons on them at schools as well. Probably.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs. Don't drink under the age. Don't buy sex robots illegally.
How can you buy them illegally?
I imagine there'd be an age on them.
You'd hope so.
Age of consent would hopefully be the age you can buy a
Yeah.
sex bot at.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd think. Unless it's, as Dayton, in Dayton's case, medically diagnosed. Get it on prescription. The NHS pays for it.
sex robots epitomise patriarchy and offer men a solution to the threat of female independence. Sex robots don't offer men companionship, they offer men complete dominance.
That is true. It's not really a companion, is it? It is more ownership.
She can't say no.
That is true.
Jesus Christ.
That is what this thing says. It mentions the R word. Don't know why I'm saying the R word. It mentions rape.
Why did you have to put a voice on it? What is it called? Sex?
Rumpy pumpy.
Rumpy.
It's because I'm used to not like swearing, and talking about this stuff is weird because I feel like it's swearing, but it's not.
Rumpy pumpy.
Although Dayton did swear in this episode, you naughty boy Dayton.
Did you swear?
Yeah, he did.
Like once.
Like the whole sexist thing, obviously it is objectifying and all that.
It sounds like there's a book coming there.
But I don't know. It just seems like...
I can see pros and cons, I guess. Like, it's no worse than what's going on now.
If you have all these sexual predator type people, they just get a robot, they're not abusing real women. Like the paedophile thing, but then there's obviously arguments against that as well.
It would encourage it.
Yeah, maybe.
Normalises it, yeah. If you're banging a kid robot, then you might be like, oh, this is fine.
A complex thing, and I am interested to see how this will develop during our lifetime.
Yeah, it's going to be a right laugh. Come back to this in 20 years and see where we're at.
Yeah.
We've all got one.
We're all just living alone with sex robots, depressed.
We just meet up to record this podcast 20 years on, and then mine just falls on my wardrobe. I'm just like, no idea what that is.
So, do we have any other points to raise, or are we about done?
Then do you want to give us your final thoughts on sex robots?
Final thoughts: would experiment once, and hopefully keep it at the once.
Dayton?
I think.
Definitely just a once.
Dayton wants one. Dayton wants to own one. That's what he said there. And I also would just experiment.
You want to see what the experience is like, but you don't want to be one of those guys who's in a relationship with one.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. I think that's where we're all at.
Yeah.
So we'll chip in all together, or a couple of grand each. Shotgun going first. On that note, I think it's time to end. There is no next week we will be doing because we have big news.
Big news.
But you know you're not going to find that out right now. We're going to keep our cards close to our chest.
Yeah.
But after this episode, things are changing. Things are changing. So thank you very much for listening to this one.
That was an interesting.
I have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed talking about it. It has led to some funny things being said. Some real thought-provoking questions as well. This is what Easy Thoughts is all about.
Yeah.
So, bye from me.
And goodbye from myself.
And
Goodbye for me.
Jack Deighton, ladies and gentlemen. Stay easy.